from the NewsChannel 5 network. This is Inside Workforce Development.
Welcome to Inside Workforce Development. I'm Melinda Kelsey, your host, and today's show is being sponsored by Demos Restaurants. Joining me is the president and CEO of Demos Restaurants, and Peter Demos, thank you so much for being here with us today and sharing all the great things that are going on in your restaurants. I will go on records to say I eat there as frequently as I can. So.
I'll make a deal with you. You keep eating there, and we'll keep making food for you.
There you go. Okay, you can't ask for anything any better.
Thank you.
Your company started in 1989.
Yes, it was December the 12th, 1989. My parents started it in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Yeah. My father started the restaurant as a means to retire. He didn't plan on growing the company much. He just wanted to have one little restaurant that he can earn a living and retire in.
But you're expanding. So you started in downtown Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro, and then he opened the one in downtown Nashville in '92. I actually opened here as a bar manager with him, and then from there he decided he did not want to open up anymore. And then in 2000, right at the end of 2001, beginning of 2002, I came back and took over the operations, and we decided to have a little bit more growth, and so we opened up in Lebanon in 2001, and we opened up in Hendersonville in 2005. And so we started a new concept called Peter D's about 2 years ago. We just had our 2-year anniversary, in fact, in Murfreesboro, and we're about to expand to Clarksville. We've kind of changed our mindset. We're going to be a little bit more aggressive with growth, and we've hired some people to get us in place to be able to grow more units in the Middle Tennessee area. When
you're growing, constitutes employment for many people that are looking for work currently and maybe want a change in career. Maybe they've been doing something for a long time and they just want a different window, I think. And I know that you all are offering opportunities every single day. We just had conversation about that and about the boom not only here in Nashville but in Mount Juliet, in Lebanon, and some of the other Clarksville, some of the other areas that you are strategically moving to. But tell me about that. Tell me how that growth is going and how you're looking at when you're looking to do your hiring. How does that process begin?
Each restaurant, depending on the volume of the restaurant, employs about 100 people. With the 5 locations we have 550 plus people. We have a lot of managers per each location. So as a result, many of our employees, we can hire them in, and they start out as a server or a cook, and they can move up to back of the house, key hourly, or front of the house key hourly employees, and then they can go into management from there. And then some people come in straight into management. So everybody has a different path in the ways that they have taken to succeed with us. And now that we're growing, we're now having more regional opportunities and area supervisor opportunities that are becoming available as well. So there hasn't been a traditional pattern of how people have come in and been successful. But great thing about the restaurant industry is that it's one of the few industries that's left that where hard work and just people skills and common sense still pays off, and you can move up. You don't need college degrees. You don't need even a high school degree. Dave Thomas, founder Wendy's, didn't get his GED until actually he retired from Wendy's. Right. So it's one of those industries that you could be highly successful in, taking a non-traditional route.
And that you just hit on a one item that is so important, I think, and that's just people skills, customer service. And I attribute your success a lot. I know we like I said, we go to your restaurants quite frequently, and when we do, it's consistent customer service. And I think that is, you've instilled that into your workforce, and I think that starts from the leadership aspect of it all the way down to your front line, whoever's checking someone out. I mean, it's very consistent. How important is that to you?
It's very important. We've made a lot of changes recently in our philosophy and our purpose, and we've always been very in tune to training. We recognize the importance of it. We recognize that it's not somebody's fault if they don't do the job if they weren't trained to do the job. So we want to make certain they know how to do it, and going forward. But on top of that, now we have started training our values as well. And so we have our purpose statement, and then we have 10 values that go underneath it, and we train those values. In fact, we even once a week we have a value of the week that we talk about. So this week the value of the week is integrity, and we're talking about the value of integrity and teaching people these values, not only in how it applies in work in their current situation, but also how it applies outside of it.
Wow. So you're investing internally, externally, and growing from within. And I think that's a missing piece. I think we hear that a lot in the labor and workforce development as we go across and talk with the different employers, that value and being at work on time and looking at it not as a job, but as a potential career, and growing from within and learning. But you've just explained that so well, because when you start, I may be starting as a summer youth, and we'll talk about that, and part-time, giving individuals an opportunity to experience. And nothing is I call it OJT, is working with the general public. Correct?
That's correct. And just our area supervisor, his name is Juan, and Juan started out with us in a sister concept we had at the time, but he started out as a dishwasher for us. He started out in the kitchen, and now he's our area supervisor. And we've had we have general managers that also started out with us as dishwashers, and and they've just worked their way through. It's again, it's a consistent form of dedication, and I bet if you ask every one of them, they had days that were rough and days that were hard and days they didn't want to be with us, and but it's that dedication and seeing that bigger picture, seeing what we're doing, that really helps and allows them to be able to grow. And one of the reasons for our growth, and one of the with our purpose statement, one of the 3 things on our purpose statement is that we are wanting to grow profitably, and so when we added that onto there, because we wanted to give people the opportunity to have more careers. We didn't want to end up constant with this glass ceiling, right. So we wanted the opportunity for people to be able to grow with us and develop. We actually just recently promoted up a general manager, because we're having Clarksville open, and she started out with us as a server, and she worked her way up to manager. Wow. and went that way, and she's very excited. Very excited about it. So.
Good for you. We're excited that you're going to be opening in Clarksville as well. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after this.